Hey everybody, welcome to the first installment of the Brigade Podcast. Devin Mello, Sam Farnsworth here. We'll be bringing you nothing but Patriots action here in Central Virginia. All Pats.
All day.
Pats. That's what we're here for. That's what everyone else is here for. And that's what we're going to talk about.
That's all we're going to talk about today.
First thing on the docket, though, first thing that we want to talk about, Tom Brady's birthday.
The GOAT's birthday.
It's Tom Brady's birthday.
Tommy's birthday.
I mean, Tom is how old? 40.
40. The big 4-0, which you wouldn't think by the way he plays, but they say there's a good old tweet over today. They're like, 40's the new... No, you're right. It's just 40.
Yeah, it's
40's
right.
40.
It's just 40. One interesting thing I saw, and I'll probably end up posting this on the Brigade page as well. They did a little video, the Patriots did, asking kids how old Tom Brady was turning.
Yeah.
And you can only imagine the hilarity that has to do with asking kids how old Tom Brady is. I think 1 million was one of the numbers.
1 million.
But, 40 years old. Happy birthday, Tom Brady. The GOAT, the greatest.
Greatest of all time.
And it's also another anniversary, not just the anniversary of his day of birth, but also the anniversary of his first start.
Yeah, the first time he ever played in the NFL.
Yeah, and we're taping this show. This won't be up today. We're
be up later sometime.
A little bit of what we call pre-record, but we're taping this here on Thursday, and this is, of course, the first football game of the year, the Hall of Fame game.
Hall of Fame game. His first game that he ever played. Just a little while ago. Something like that.
Just a couple years.
Just a couple years.
Over 15 years ago.
Something like that.
And I'm sorry, this dog is too cute.
He's not in the shot, though.
I can't.
We got a dog over here.
Yeah,
he's super cute. His name's Hines.
He's cute. We got to say hi.
We can bring him up. Just hop him up. This is Hines. He's our friend Corey's dog that we're watching. I'm watching him for a while. He's adorable.
We're not going to tell you.
Cute.
We're not going to tell you what he has on his collar. And our
he's not his owners are not believers.
Our third member of the crew, Alex Romanello, behind the camera, of course, taking care of him back there, trying to keep him at bay. But you can only do so much.
You can only do so much. Puppies are adorable. You can only do so much.
God, that's first cute moment of the show, man.
I know.
I mean, hopefully we're not going to have too many cute moments.
I know.
But
We got puppies. Next thing you know, we could get
no cats.
No. Oh no.
Cats.
No.
Cats.
Oh, boxy kittens.
But just a little bit about Tom Brady's first start. It was the Hall of Fame game, of course, is tonight. It's at the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Of course, It's always kind of a big deal. Last year, we didn't actually get a Hall of Fame game. Just saying. But hopefully this year the paint is safe for everyone to play on.
Hopefully so. We'll see.
But, of course, Tom Brady in the year 2000, Patriots played in the Hall of Fame game, and Tom Brady got his first start.
I know. It's just kind of cool that we're coming back over Tom Brady's birthday. It's also the day of the Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame game. It's kind of cool that it all kind of lines up and over together, kind of something like this. His first debut start, and he's also turning 40, which most quarterbacks don't even get to being 40 in the first place and still be playing in the NFL. And this guy's just...
Most quarterbacks aren't standing up at 40 years old.
Yeah, that's also true, too. Yeah.
And the other kind of funny thing that you think about, it's not really that funny, but, the guy that he started against in that game, that he played against, Giovanni Carmazzi, I'm sure everyone's seen, the Brady 6 documentary. And one of the funniest things that I thought of today was, you've got Giovanni Carmazzi now apparently lives in the hills with 5 goats. And here's Tom Brady, the GOAT, with 5 rings.
Yeah, they also had over at training camp today, too, which is kind of cool. Like, they posted a whole bunch of videos all over online. You can see it on all their social media stuff. They had, all the big old events and everything for his birthday. But then they also had baby goats, which were freaking adorable because they're all out over there, little pens and everything. And they're all just, little baby goats, and they're all, this big. And they're just kind of walking around and stuff. And these little kids petting them. I'm like, of course the Patriots would be bringing goats. I think they brought 5 of them, too.
Did they bring 5? Oh,
I think so.
That's
it was
amazing.
a little tongue-in-cheek. But
5 goats,
cool.
Tom
5
Brady
goats.
5 rings.
Of course.
And, talking a little bit about preseason, the Patriots don't have a game this week because, this is the Hall of Fame game. It's the only game this week. But, the preseason games are starting soon. But, training camp's
beginning, all that stuff. Yeah, Coach Belichick just coming out, killing it, doing all sorts of stuff. Just doesn't, it's just training camp. Most guys are, kind of taking it easy. You're seeing a little bit of the talent that's coming out there. But, just Coach Belichick just coming out there, even just having the guys throw bags at him, at Tom Brady. Just
Bill Belichick throwing pads at Tom Brady. God.
Of course, yeah. He's nuts.
It's just funny because everyone's gonna joke about it, and I was watching they have these daily these daily press briefings before, kind of like what the president does every day. But you've got Bill Belichick in these press briefings, and we all know how Bill Belichick hates doing interviews. And one reporter, I think it was my buddy Joey Kayada with Channel 10, asked him, JR, that's in Providence, Rhode Island, asked him something about throwing the pads around. And, in Bill Belichick fashion, he, of course, the little smirk that you never really truly see.
Yeah.
And basically said something. He's like, well, if they can't, stop us. You know, how are they going to stop a real player? You know, but it's just funny because you know you listen to those press briefings and you could tell that all the reporters don't know if they're supposed to laugh or not.
Because everyone's kind of like,
So he cracks this joke and he smirks because he thinks it's hysterical. The rest of the room is just dead silent.
Just the typical Belichick.
Oh my goodness,
He's hysterical.
It's so funny.
He's also. Did you see him over in the Rob Ninkovich when his little final press briefing and something like that? You go over and see all where everyone's sitting over in the room, and I'm just and look over. I saw Bill, and I was like, "What's he doing? He's just sitting on the floor, just over there, just
sitting on
crossed legs over, his arms over, kind of back." And I was like, "This is the head coach."
That's great. I did not see that.
What are you doing?
It's
hysterical. It's hysterical.
And we'll get to Rob Ninkovich a little bit later in the show, but of course, great career. Rob Ninkovich decided
Retiring.
to hang up the cleats, but we'll get to that a little bit later. And this is a segment that I'm really looking forward to this year. We're going to call it Troll Patrol.
Troll Patrol.
Yeah, it's Troll Patrol. And we get a lot of these things. It kind of comes from inspiration of other things I've heard on other radio shows, but it's a little bit different. Other stations and other shows will talk about people talking bad about their own team. Well, Patriots fans are a little different. We don't really talk bad about the Patriots very often. I mean, we can be a little rough in New England in general, but not to the extent that some other places might be. But the one thing that we deal with more than any other team in the entire country, and I think every Patriots fan agrees with this, is just people trolling every post that they put up on the Pats.
Every time. There's always something. There's always something negative about the Pats. It just comes with the territory.
Pats New Jersey comes out. Cheaters.
Cheaters.
The whole point of this segment is just to show that every Pats post, regardless of what medium it's on, there is always somebody who is willing to come up and just
bash it.
Just bash it.
There's always has to be something going on. It could just be this picture, just Julian Edelman, just who knows, doing whatever, just brushing his teeth. Cheaters. Cheaters.
And of
that
course,
was the deflate game. Deflate your feet.
Gracious.
Deflate
and
your
of
teeth.
course, we had perfect material today because it's Tom Brady's birthday, and our friends in the Worldwide Leader of Sports put up a post about Tom Brady turning 40. Of course, it went well.
Of course, naturally.
And I was just reading some of the some of the things, and so we're gonna get into
Troll Patrol.
Oh my God!
Here's just a little tidbit of some of the things that we found on this post.
Let's see some of these. Let's check these out.
So this post is from Samantha. Okay. And it says, "Happy birthday, you cheater. I hope your birthday cake deflates on you."
Oh my gosh.
Everyone
knows you don't make cakes with balloons.
I mean, look, yeah,
Idiots.
I'll give you
Dumb.
credit,
Dumb.
Went for the birthday cake thing there, it's like, yeah, because every cake deflates, right?
Deflates.
You step on a cake, it doesn't smush. It deflates. It's just, it's all most of the stuff on here is kind of along
garbage.
those lines. It has to do with that kind of stuff. But the one post is from a Taylor, I'm gonna say Cott. However you want to pronounce that name, you say Cott. Cat.
Yes.
We'll call him Cat. How's
Cat.
that? Taylor Cat.
Taylor.
All right. So Taylor, if you're watching
with
this,
a good
your post
New England
is terrible
accent.
and I hate you for it.
Cat.
So it says, okay, all right. So his post says right here, we've got all the gates covered without deflate gate, spy gate, and any other cheating that they didn't get caught for, because now we can just say that they've been cheating.
Oh, they've been
and
cheating.
Been caught.
Oh, all the time.
It's just the way it works.
That's how
they
you
just
win
cheated
in the
because,
NFL. You just cheat
because we haven't seen them. That means they cheated.
That's how you come back from.
So I'm going to give him an A for effort. All right.
We'll give it
because the graphic design of this is it's top notch.
Oh my gosh.
It's top notch. I mean,
every single 5 plays. Go the other.
But I don't want to get into this segment being bashing the guy who's picking on the Patriots. That's not really what this is about. Really, it's just kind of
Even Julian Edelman, the catch.
Yes,
of course he cheated on that.
It's literally just this segment is.
He has the force. He can't. He lifts the ball up. That's how it did touch.
Anyway, so so he's got these 5 pictures put into this post, and it's in one of those meme things, and it says, "Without these 5 plays, Tom Brady has 0 rings." And the first play is Julian Edelman's catch in the Super Bowl. Look, I'll give you some credit. Maybe they don't win that Super Bowl if Julian Edelman doesn't make that catch. Sure, you can make that argument, of course. That's fine. The Malcolm Butler play, yeah, big play. They definitely don't win the Super Bowl if he doesn't make that catch.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I lost my mind that game.
And then he starts to kind of lose me a little bit, because there's 5 photographs, all right? Tom Brady
Is the tuck rule in
has
there?
has 5
Yes.
Super Bowls, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, there's 5 photographs, but they're not from all 5 Super Bowls. So I'm sure you can guess which play is in there.
Of course.
You know, so I guess one of the Super Bowls is
At
legitimate.
least one. Yeah.
So he's gonna roll out the Falcons, the Seahawks, the Carolina Panthers, and the Rams, which means we beat fair and square. We beat the Eagles fair and square.
That's true.
So but 0 rings. Yeah, he's got 0 rings.
Yeah, he's got 0 rings.
If he doesn't win this fight.
Or according to his picture, at least one. Just one ring.
But my favorite part is that they always bring up the tuck rule.
The tuck rule always gets put into play. It's all the time. It's
Yeah,
just
because
like-
that was cheating.
Yes, of course. Because the rule that is now
They
in
so
effect.
cheated. I mean,
Oh, of course. Oh,
nerves.
yes.
How dare they?
How dare they?
Dare they?
How dare they?
How dare he not?
How dare
fumble the
they
football?
not fumble?
Exactly. I'm sure every Raiders fan in the country is just so mad about that particular play.
Just burnt up with all the other.
So that's the first. That's the
Things.
first page of. There's more.
Of Troll Patrol.
There's more.
Ooh,
This is
there's
on
more.
one post. There's,
This is one
probably-
post? Oh my
there's
gosh.
200 comments on this post as of the last time I looked at it, and I can tell you that maybe 3 of them are positive.
Just to see everyone's just frustration. Just
Well,
happening.
and you can
Just feel it.
physically feel it when you see
Yeah.
these posts. That's like they're sitting in their
You
office
see someone
somewhere.
just spew.
Some George in Florida working at an IKEA is just losing his mind as he flips tables in the IKEA because he's so mad about the Patriots beating Miami.
Frustration. Alrighty.
Okay,
Enough Troll Patrol for now. Let's move it on and everything. Let's talk about our buddy, no longer with us, but still alive, Rob Ninkovich. Retiring
Nink,
from the
man.
Pats.
Nink retiring from the
I know.
Pats.
I don't know what this
Tough,
means.
tough loss.
Tough loss.
He's the man. He's been
Really interesting.
just looking over his career a little bit. Of course, came into the league 2006.
Yep. Came to the Pats in 2009.
2009. It was with
Yeah.
New Orleans. Actually, saw some stints in Miami.
Yeah.
A very short stint.
Short stints.
Yeah.
He saw the light. He came to. He
came-
He saw the light.
He knew where things
He
were.
knew where things were. He knew where things were.
Just looking at games played up until last season. 16 starts per season. That's
Yeah.
for a guy who plays that position.
2 Super Bowl rings.
2 Super Bowl rings and a lot of big plays. in
Yeah,
those
a
Super
lot of
Bowls.
big plays. Yeah.
Just
Well, it went for how many tackles on the in career tackles?
tackles. This year, last year he had 17.
Yeah.
And 15, of course, 15 assists. So
Yeah.
you
Just a
gotta
lot.
Factor in 30 some tackles total, and it's not his position. Not so much just about tackles. The pressure on the quarterback, all those kind of things. Leadership on the field. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a guy who has a lot to do with the success of this defense. You're losing a big piece.
Yeah, you're losing a big piece, and some big shoes to fill too for the next guys. Coming up, stepping in. We'll have to see.
Well,
We'll have to see what
they've got some good guys
Yeah.
again on defense. Of course, unfortunately, Easley once again going down with an injury that's
I
going
know.
to hurt him. But you know how this goes.
Yeah,
we get
of
this every
course.
year.
It's every year.
What's gonna happen? They're gonna win 14 games,
Yeah,
you know?
go to the postseason again. Just
Yeah.
this guy's gonna. That's how it works.
And of course, Ninkovich holding his press conference to announce his retirement, and everybody showed up like you mentioned. Bill
I know.
Belichick
Bill Belichick had to sit on the floor.
sitting on the floor, probably in
Yeah.
shorts that he shouldn't
Yep.
be wearing.
Shorts and his cutoff hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was there too. It was packed.
Yeah,
it was a packed out place.
Hugely
All
popular,
the chairs.
hugely popular guy in the locker room. Robert Kraft, all of them congratulating him, and he had a nice little speech
I
going
know.
on.
Had a nice little speech.
Yeah, I know.
Put a little tears in my eye. Came out.
Yeah, and
Just little
and
tears.
if you haven't seen it, have
Yep.
no fear. The Brigade is here,
We'll
and
post a video. Put it on there.
We'll show you that press conference, and it'll
Yeah,
just get ready.
it'll get you the feels.
It's a good
the
one.
feels. The feels will be there.
Yeah.
The feels will be there.
My rookie season, coming in as a rookie, it ended in a bad knee injury, Monday Night Football opening up against the Falcons. And that was my first sense of, this game doesn't last forever. And I need to cherish every moment I get and work as hard as I possibly can. And through that, when I look at myself in the mirror, I tell myself every day, when you look at yourself in the mirror, did you give everything you got? Did you do the most you could with your opportunity?
Well, guys, it's probably enough time. Well, enough wasting your time for tonight, But
Just
time
a
talking
little
about
bit.
the Pats is
We won't
never
waste a little bit of time.
Never wasted time talking about the Patriots. So just we'll be expecting more videos, coming out, posting, try to do some, every week, maybe not every week. We all obviously have jobs, we work and stuff.
Yeah, we do have to pay. We do have to pay bills.
Yeah, pay the bills, at least some of them. So
unless you want to pay them for.
If you want to pay us, yeah, hey, just send us money. Send it to Sam Farnsworth at I won't give out my address. But yeah, we're just making a little podcast. Hopefully, connect a little, long lost Patriot fans.
Yeah, stuck here in the middle of Central Virginia, which is what I like to call the war zone.
The war zone, where everyone hates the Patriots. So basically, if you're not in Massachusetts, everyone hates the Patriots.
But thanks for watching. If there's
any
way that we can improve, please let us know. If not,
comment below. Do that good old thing.
Do all that stuff.
Or both.